My name's Lynn. I'm in Austin, and we've been getting together here for many years to talk about the early efforts to put single sideband on amateur radio, replacing the CW and AM signals that had been there for many years. First one was a bunch of college kids got together back in 1947 and put a primitive phasing type exciter on the air, and it was not until 1951 that Central Electronics put the first single sideband commercial radio on the air that could be bought in a store already built. That was the Central Electronics 10A. And this is the next generation of that, the Central Electronics 20A from 1954. And it's driving a homebrew amplifier made by me out of 460Q5's grid-driven. We get together here and talk about the various radios that we're using, and buy-sell trades are appropriate if they're vintage radio related. And if you want technical advice about a radio you're working on, this is a great place to find out how to fix it, because there's a lot of expertise to be found here. We got 15, 16 earlies, and I'm going to take 5 or 6 of them. And if you were an early and you got forgotten about, when we turn it over to a different net control, pop in and say, hey, don't forget me, I was here a long time. So let's get everybody picked up. That's going to be a busy place here this evening. Matt, hey, I heard you first. How about talking to us? KK5DR from K5LYN.
All right, this is KK5DR. Matt out here 50 miles east of Austin on a place I call the Fat Chicken Ranch. And we're not running a vintage transceiver here. I'm running what looks like a 2-meter brick with a fan on it, Sun SDR2 DX. And I'm driving a semi-homebrew HF amplifier. I just finished it the other day. I designated it the Alpha 76B because it's been heavily modified 76A. I got a remote power supply on it, and it's running a single 8877 in it. And even at the low plate voltage of just under 2,500 volts, it's still making about 1,300 watts here right now. So I think it's working okay. A few things I got to work on it yet. It's a 40-plus-year-old carcass that I got back on the air and got back running again. And the antenna coupler is out at the base of the tower, and it's a double balanced coupler. I designed and built it myself, and it's made out of a bunch of old parts, E.F. Johnson and Collins parts in it, date back from the 40s, and it feeds a balance-fed double ZEP at 60 feet, and that's what we're transmitting on that antenna. 250 foot long, 60 feet up, fed with balance line and that double balance coupler. So about 1,300 watts into it. So there you go, Lynn, and everybody else. KK5DR.
Outstanding, Matt, and I'm glad you went into some detail about all the stuff you built there, because homebrew is almost a term that's been forgotten about, you know. It makes me crazy to hear somebody bought an 80-meter dipole in the store. And certainly the building of amplifiers is something we can do. To build a homebrew exciter, maybe not now because of the difficulty of finding parts, but amplifiers, for sure we can build them. So thanks for the very nice description of your project there. It's got a beautiful signal. Moving on down the road, AG5XP. Talk to us, Kenneth.
Hello, Ann. Thanks for picking me up here, and everybody's doing good. This Kenneth, AG5XP up here in Brownwood. Tonight we're in the old Gonset setup. This is a GSB 100. It's a phasing type transmitter. Got it going to the matching GSB 101 amplifiers. Got 4811s in it, doing about 500 watts right now, and using old Hammerlin HQ140X for the receiving end of it. Got a D104 mic and going out to a 2040 Keith Kit tuner to a homebrew G5 RV antenna, and that's all we got up here. Back to you, Lynn, AG5XP.
Very nicely done, Kenneth. Absolutely. You're only the second guy we know that has the Gonset GSB 100 there, WD5ADC in Harlingen. We haven't heard him in a while, but he has one. So maybe he'll come back and touch base with us again. Any other comments, Kenneth?
Oh, nothing at the moment, but this old GSB 100, it hangs in there and it doesn't drift very much at all. It's got a really nice VFO, and looks good, plenty enough to twiddle on, so makes me happy. Back to you, AG5XP.
Yeah, we never outgrow our need for great toys. I agree with you on that. Moving on down the road. BST. Hey, Chad, you still over there somewhere?
Yeah, I'm still in here, Lynn. We just sitting down here just kind of listening to everybody. I'm not on, well, I guess you could call this a boat anchor. This is a FT1000D I've been working on. That's going into an Alpha 78 into a full wave delta loop and running a modified D104 on it there, Lynn. Just sitting here enjoying listening to all the different boat anchors that's out there. Sometimes you get to hear some good ones and sometimes you don't, but it's still a lot of fun to sit around and listen to them. N5LYN KY-BST.
Well, I think it's fun to operate the radio. You know, when I hear about a radio that'll do everything but the dishes, I think, wait a minute, I want to operate the radio, and these certainly give us that opportunity. Nice signal, Chad. Great to hear from you. All right. There was a call, W5KWW, I think, early on. Sir, you still out there somewhere? Well, maybe he'll be back, or maybe he wants to check in again. Hey, K8WOZ, what do you think, Dan?
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and everybody else. This is Dan, K8WZ in the middle of Houston. Nothing much going on here. I had great hopes of putting on one of two different radios here, but maybe next week if I find a little time. Just too much other stuff going on, I guess. The rig is same Kenwood 830 with the matching VFO speaker, tuner, and all that stuff, and I'm driving a homebrew pair of 813s, and that's about it from here. KWOZ.
Hey, Dan, were you anywhere near that helicopter crash that you knew about it at the time?
No, I wasn't. I mean, it was about 3 miles east of here, the way the crow flies. But my wife happens to work at a soup kitchen on Wednesdays. Hang on a minute, I got to get rid of this. On Wednesdays, it's about 3 blocks from there, and they were a bit nervous about that on the next day, but they were open anyway.
Tragic situation. Anyway, okay, Dan, glad it's all is well on your end. Anything else for the group this evening?
Nope. You know, a lot of the reports about that helicopter crash, they said that it hit and just hit it head on at 108 miles an hour. That was totally untrue. The blade, it was cruising around that area, and one of the blades hit one of the guy wires is what did it. It never touched the tower. It fell after they cut the guy wires.
Well, sad situation.
Roger.
Okay. All right, moving on down the road. Let me talk to my friend over there, N5NEN. What do you say, Paul?
Hey there, Lynn. Paul, N5NEN, on the way to BK from Austin, on the Swan 350, and sure, Mike, I really wanted to try out this mic that I built with one of those 50-cent electric elements. I wanted to make this nice T3, astatic T3 harmonica mic working, and I had picked up a bass from for the D104 kind of TUG8 bass for the at Belton. Anyway, so I rewired that thing and set it up, and it works great, but it's got the wrong kind of connector for this Swan 350, and I can't put it on tonight, but it works wonderful. I am trying to find a dead D104 that I can do the same thing with for a friend up there in Lampasas who needs one so he can get on this net. And I don't know if anybody's got one cheap, but I'd sure like to know that. Anyway, and my other problem is that I got a nice set of Drake 4B twins, and I haven't yet got them on the air because there's a little bit of a problem I don't know how to do, but I'll work on that later. Anyway, the Swan is working great. I love it. I pulled a woman it up before the net, and it's just a lot of fun to play with. So I love these old radios. I think I grew up spinning the dial on the radio looking for stations, and it just brought me back to that. So this is back to you, Lynn. This is N5NEN. Back to you.
Same antenna as always?
Oh, yeah, I'm not tuned very well. I don't know what happened. It's a little bit, SWR is a little high. I'm on the long wire, but something's wrong. I don't know. As always, something's goofy.
Well, actually, no, the signal's great. I wouldn't mess with it. You're in good shape. And for the net, I'll just pass on a little funny information about Paul and I. We went to the same school in the same high school, graduated a couple of years apart from each other, went to college at the same time, didn't know each other, but had all the same friends. We figured that out just talking here on the radio one day. Life is strange. All right, this is K5LYN. Probably, Jay, I think it's probably your turn. Pick it up.
No, okay. I can do that. This is JKM5QS. I'm in Alice, Texas, and tonight I'm on a Swan 350 with driving a TL922 amplifier through the only modern thing in this deal is antenna tuner. But after the antenna tuner, the antenna is completely homebrew. Even the insulators on the open wire line I made them out of Teflon myself. So it is, yeah, you can blame me for everything. Feed point's at 75 feet, and it's 260 feet long, stretched out across the neighborhood. And that's about it. KC5L, Tom, it's your turn, sir.
Hey, good evening, Jay, and everyone on the net. Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And tonight we are on the usual here. We're talking on the Central Electronics 200B with a D104 microphone, and it's driving the 600L amplifier, and that's doing about 300 watts into a Johnson KW Matchbox, and a homebrew double it up about 15 feet. And we're listening on the R390A. And that's about all I have this evening, Jay, and your Swan sounding great as usual. Back to you, Jay, KC5L.
Thank you, Tom. Well, you have you're always quality audio. Everything works good. You have an extremely nice station up there. One day I might even look at it. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. All right, W5DK, Don, your turn.
Yeah. Good evening, Jay, Lynn, everybody on the net. Everybody sounding good. This is Don. I'm in the Spring Branch, Bulverde, Anhalt area, north of San Antonio, and I'm on my normal Drake station, a TR4 with a D104 microphone, and I'm using an L4 amp, running a little bit of power. That's just going out through a resonant dipole up about 60 feet or so. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Back to you, Jay. Thanks for running that W5DK.
Yeah, no problem, Don. Thank you, sir. Okay. Here we go. Lonesome George up there. WB5TXW. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, Jay, and all around the net for the finest hour of amateur radio, finest hour or so, maybe more, of amateur radio for the week. So I'm on the usual S-line stuff, 32, S175, S330L1. It's all working. Sure, 444 microphone and the dipole, 75-meter dipole, that's simple out in the woods. So that's it. Thank you for picking me up, WB5TXW, back to net.
Oh, no problem, George. I just you know, you gotta have George in here, or the net wouldn't be complete. But anyway, sounded great. All right, I didn't get the name written down, but the call sign is Kilo Juliet 5 George Quebec Mike. Come ahead, sir.
Hey, thanks, Jay. This is KJ5 GQM. The name is Barry, out of Mason, Texas, and you guys may remember I was running a FT710 modern radio the last few times I've checked in. I'm happy to report that I'm coming in now on a Drake TR4CW.
and modulating that with a 10DA on an amplified G stand through a Drake MN2000 matching network barefoot to my instead halfway. Over.
Well, you're doing an excellent job. Did you say Barry or Gary?
Yeah, that's Barry. Bravo, Barry.
Oh, okay. Well, I got it right the first time. Dang, I'm getting better at this. Thank you, Barry. No, I drank that TR4 sounded fine. Sounded just by itself too. My goodness, make the rest of us jealous. We have to use amplifiers to do that. But thanks for checking in, Barry.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. I've still got a few quirks to work out with the TR4CW. Just about the third time I've had it on the air. Got a few things. She's not completely happy yet, but we're getting there. Over.
Okay. I just adjusted my VFO, and you sound even better now. This thing's still drifting. All righty. Thank you, Barry. Appreciate it. Let's see. Next on the list, KL7CD, Mr. Mike.
Yeah, Roger, Jay. Thanks so much. KL7 Charlie Delta. I'm in Greers Ferry, Arkansas, and you're 20 over, Jay. You're real strong tonight. I'm copying everybody, but you're one of the strongest stations. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Anyway, it's cooled off here in northern Arkansas. We had a little bit of rain, not near enough this afternoon. I measured 1/16 of an inch in my rain gauge, and we're needing moisture. I planted some grass a couple of weeks ago, and I've had to be watering it to get it to come up. It did come up, but rain's a lot better than a sprinkler, especially when you got a big area to have to water. Anyway, tonight I'm running Helicopters Twins as usual, SX117 receiver, transmitters in HT44. They're in transceive mode. I'm using the receiver VFO for both receive and transmit. So I'm transceiving, matching speaker and power supply. Homebrew digital readout so I can stay on frequency. And amplifier is a Collins 3001, running about 550, 600 watts, something like that. That goes via coax, no tuner in line, to a double bazooka up about 45 feet in the red oak trees. And these rigs were built between early 62 to 65 is when they were manufactured. So real nice looking station, and every once in a while I can keep them working. Microphones are D104. Back to you, Jay. KL7 Charlie Delta. Back to net.
Okay, Mike. Well, you're back up to your standard of excellence down here this evening, so it's everything's working well for you. Appreciate it. Thanks for checking in. And let me see. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to pass it to Doug. And if you need some you don't have a list, Doug, I'll give you what I've got left on mine. Let me catch Ron, KL7YK. Up there in wherever the heck he is. I'll wake up in a minute. Go ahead, Ron.
Hi, Jay. I'm in Killeen. KL7YK, name is Ron. Only boat anchor, the only antique in my shack I bought from an antique in Corpus Christi. Hi, Jay. I bought Jay's L7. And I've been using it since Belton Hamfest, and I love this amplifier. It'll do a kilowatt all day long, and not skip a beat. I did finally get my old Ameritron 811H straightened out, but I very seldom turn it on now. It's no point. But everything else in the shack is modern equipment. I did homebrew the loop. It's a 300-foot loop, hung up in the oak trees, about 30 feet off the ground. It's fed with conventional ladder line down to a ballon at the base of the center tree, and that's fed into the shack with LMR 400, about a 10-foot run of LMR 400 just to get it into the shack. And I load that thing up with 1,000, 1,200 watts all day long, and it doesn't seem to mind at all. 12-gauge wire, so it's pretty tolerant. And that's about all I got going here. I haven't really played with boat anchors in a long time. Every time I got one, it seemed to burn up and die. But that's probably an experience on my part. But appreciate you guys letting me join you here. It's always interesting to hear about the early gear. I have used it. I just don't own any right now. KL7YK in Killeen.
Okay, Ron. Good deal. Well, thanks for checking up, joining in, and all that. And you got that old rig sounding good. Gee whiz. Kind of sorry. Well, no, I'm not. I needed the room on the desk. Thank you, Ron. All right, Doug, do you need a partial listing?
Well, yeah, give me what you got. I got 6 right here. Go ahead.
Okay, I've got one. I don't have the prefix, but the last 3 is OAH, Oscar Alpha Hotel. I think either that or it's 0AH. I'm not sure. And then I have WX5T James, K5WHO, WB5DYA Cliff, and K5DHE Jim, if you didn't have any of those.
Yep, that's exactly what I got. Okay, hey, thanks, Jay. I'll go ahead and take it.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead. KM5QS.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Boat Anchors Net. My name is Doug, Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo, located in Bryan, Texas. I'm talking to you tonight on a plain old Swan 500. It's what a lovely radio. Built in 1974, still looks almost new. And I've done hardly anything, just cleaned got it from a good old buddy of mine, Dave in the Cave is what we used to call him, and I don't have his call right in front of me. But he had a whole pile of them, and all I could do is just take one, just clean the band switch, and and just cycled all the tubes in and out of the sockets, basic cleaning, and it was already clean, and the thing works like a hose. So it's connected to a Swan Mark I. It's a retro modded, running a pair of 4400s in granite grid, going up to an obscene 90 feet with some RG213 and some Corian spreader bar cutting board. It fell off the counter onto the tile floor. It split in half, and it was just nothing but good news ever since. Simple way to haul up a spreader board is to just put a carabiner on it and hook it to a pulley and yank her right on up to the top of the tower. So that's what I'm doing tonight, doing legal limit. So all right, I'm gonna come down on the next person on the list here. So stand by, and it's going to be with Suffix. Oscar Alpha Hotel. Welcome to the Boat Anchors Net. My name's Doug. Over.
Well, Doug, I think the call here is Whiskey Delta Zero Alpha Alpha Hotel. Panel here from Mark. Home TTA to Surprise, Nebraska. We're located about 50 miles northwest of Lincoln. And tonight I'm running a tip tech at the Humvee. I've got the D model with the digital readout, and we're feeding with a D-Wall phone microphone going into a heat-jet SV1000 amplifier with a 3500Z tube to give us a little help, and our LG tuner to the high gain high tower. So we're showing 50 degrees right now, and beautiful day here. So thanks for letting me in. Everybody take care. Play something good tonight from the WB0AAH.
Okay, very good. Well, thanks for checking in. Whiskey Delta Zero Alpha Alpha Hotel. And you're making a trip. +1 over the noise, but 100% copy. And I look forward to you checking in again. And thanks. The signals have been stronger, but I think the band is still yet to completely mature. I have heard long distance a little bit louder, but again, I got a new source of Cure Nancy here, and usually I'd never had to deal with that, so hopefully it'll improve. So thanks for checking in. All right, the next one I have on the list is WX5T. Welcome to the Boat Anchors Net. My name's Doug. Over.
Hello, Doug. WB1E. This is Whiskey X-Ray 5 Tango. Handles James, and we're located in Harrison, Arkansas. Doug, you're sounding good over here. Sounding really good. The rig we're running tonight, we're running Collins KWM2A, and we've got, of course, the 516F2 and the matching speaker, 312 V5 VFO. Got a little bit of stuff to go with it. The amplifier's a 30L1, not running a whole lot of horsepower, about 450 watts it looks like. And Doug, you really sounded good here. Real nice signal, good audio. And I hope this Shure 444 is putting out the kind of audio that I'm receiving from you. You sound great. And say hello to all the boat anchors and my neighbor over here, WHO Stan. He's about to blow me out over here, Doug. 7-3 to all the boat anchors. Catch y'all later. Whiskey X-Ray 5 Tango.
Okay, real good. Give me your name for the log, sir.
Name is James. It's Juliet Alpha Mike Echo Sierra. QSL.
All right, got it. 100% James. Hey, thanks for checking in. The 444 is really punching through the QR Nancy here. I don't know, it just seems like some sort of electrical noise. So, yeah, no issues. You're plus 15 and sounding great. And the 30L1. I mean, who doesn't love a set of four small little sweet tubes like that? Collins really did it right, and then Clipperton L come along, or Dentron, I mean. So very good. All right, James. Look forward to checking in next time. All right, going down the list here. Alpha Golf 5 X-Ray Papa. Kenneth, come now. Alpha Golf 5 X-Ray Papa.
I got him earlier, Doug.
Oh, okay, you got it. All right, put a line through that. And then K5WHO. Stan, James's neighbor, come on in. Welcome to the Boat Anchors Net.
All right. Well, thank you much for letting me in. I appreciate it. Tonight I'm running a KWM2. Pretty much the same as James, but his is a little bit faster than mine. I got the KWM2. I'm driving a 30L1 amplifier also, into a 20 and 40 or 80 and 40 dipole out there. Both of them fed with the same coax, so that's homebrew. Compliments to WX5T. I appreciate him. Anyway, not too much going on here. I'm glad the old radio is working, but I turned this thing on, I got no audio out of it, so I had to do some checking around to figure out what was wrong. So anyway, I got it going and stuff running fine. So thank you for letting me in. I appreciate you, boy. You got some good audio out of your station up there. K5WHO, Stan in Harrison, 73.
Okay, Stan. Yeah, thanks for the flowers. Appreciate it. Yeah, K5WHO and his neighbor James, WX5T. Cool. Yeah, you guys. Next thing you know, you'll be checking in on the same radio. But yeah, you take off, and I know it's busy. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for hanging out during the winter times. We get a bigger group because we're really starving during the summer. Next on the list, and your Collins equipment sounds awesome, by the way. 101%, no issues. Whiskey Delta 5. Do your always, I guess. I always try and make that make some sense, and it never comes out right. WD5DYA. Cliff.
Hey, good evening to the net. Here is Cliff, Whiskey Bravo 5, Delta Yankee Alpha. No noise on the band tonight. Everybody has good, strong signals, and we always enjoy ourselves. I don't get out here every week. Just lazy, I guess. We're on the Kenwood 890 and a Tintec Titan 3 amplifier on a fan dipole up about 55 feet or so. Back to net control.
All right, Cliff. Hey, you said fan dipole, I believe. That is a home brew. Is that correct, over?
Yeah, hell yes.
Okay, I just thought I'd double check. Yeah, it's okay to wave a hand now and then. So fan dipole homebrew. Yeah, we could go in for that. I always love how you always do the lowest frequency first, and then you work your way up. It took me a long time to figure that out. I'm sure I could have been mentored into that with a baseball bat, but I had to always do it myself. Anyway, thanks for checking in, Cliff. You sounded dynamite, and man, I tell you, Matt, he was plus 40. There's in a couple other stations that have been plus 40. Oh man, I tell you, BST. There are some good local signals, but I like to hear the long distance, the DX, even on the Boat Anchors Net. What could be better? So, all right, going down the list. Kilo Lima 7, Yankee Kilo. I can't make out your name, but I'm sure I'll get it. So, welcome to the Boat Anchors Net.
I got him a minute ago.
Oh, you got him? All right. Sorry about... Oh, Ron, that's right. Okay. Next one on the list, K5 Delta Hotel Echo. Jim?
Yes, sir. K5 Delta Hotel Echo. Name's Jim, and I'm in Granbury, Texas. And I'm talking tonight on a very nice specimen of a Swan 500. The microphone's a Shure 444. Been running it barefoot. And the antenna is a Buxcom antenna up about 35 feet, and the antenna is a Drake Mike November 2000 antenna tuner. And that's just about the whole story on this station here this evening, coming to you from Granbury, Texas. Over.
Okay, Jim, let me ask you, are you barefoot? Over?
Yes, sir, I sure am.
Okay, do you have any idea what your output is, curiously?
Oh, it's a full output of the Swan 500.
Okay, you're getting about, when you're talking on the meter, on the microphone, are you seeing, 200, 300 milliamps maybe on the meter? Over?
No, I kind of keep a crack back here. It's kicking up about 250.
Oh, beautiful. It's just idling. Super deal. All right. Well, yay, hey. Yeah, well, the 444 sounds good on the Swan. Sounds just like the last one with the 444, no doubt about it. By the way, I'm using a Electro Voice 638. So if you ever try those, I'd love to see if somebody has the same luck that I have. So it'd be interesting to try. So with that, I think WK5R Rusty might be there. If he is, I'll be interested in if Rusty would like to take a couple calls. So Rusty, this is WB1E calling you. WK5R, come in.
WB1E, WK5R. Thank you there. My voice ain't real good, but I'm here.
Oh, Lord.
I'm talking on my Yaesu FTDX10, the Tascam Dynamic Broadcast Studio mic. And I'm driving a different amp tonight. I'm driving an L7 that I just finished up refurbishing today. It's got the power switch saver board in it, and I rebuilt the power supply. And that's going through my homebrew tuner. It's in bypass mode right now. It's only on 80 meters. And that goes out to a homebrew fan dipole. So with that, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
November 0, Golf Victor Kilo.
Good evening, Kurt. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Rusty and the net. WK5R from Anzera GDK. Kurt up here in south central Nebraska. And tonight, Rusty, I'm on the Kenwood Twins, the 599 Deltas. And I'm using a D104 on those. And I'm using the Galaxy 2000 Baker amplifier, about 600 watts out with 10 6LB6 sweep tubes. And that's running into the off-center pit antenna up 30 feet. WK5R, hope you get feeling better there, Rusty. From Anzera GDK.
All right, Kurt, thank you. Well, I don't really feel bad. I just can't talk. It's my darn sinuses. Anyway, your rig sounds good there, and we'll catch you next week. Who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Was that Whiskey 1, Quebec Charlie?
Roger, Roger. Whiskey 1, Quebec Charlie.
Go right ahead, sir.
Thank you very much. You are speaking a little over S9. My name is Wayne. The QTH is Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And the rig is a Kenwood TS830 running barefoot into a 80-meter dipole at, inverted V, 80-meter inverted V at 2 cc.
QSL. That's who I thought she was. Appreciate you checking in. We'll look for you next time. The Kenwood 830 sounds good there. Sounds a whole lot better than I do anyway. Hi. 7th grade, we'll catch you next week. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
W50ZZ.
Go ahead, Don.
It's Don, W50ZZ, new came running the SB34 with the SB2 LA amplifier running about 600 watts into a inverted V of sorts at about 40 feet over.
Roger. You say you're running an SBE?
SBE34 with the amplifier is an SB2 LA. Over.
Roger. Your sideband engineer's station sounds good there.
Thanks.
And we'll catch you next time. Who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
K0IEI.
K0IEI, go ahead.
Yeah, this is K0IEI, Jim and Woodway. Good evening, everyone. We're on the Kenwood TS530 tonight with a D104 microphone and double it up in the air about 35 feet, a homebrew here. Everybody have a great night. K0IEI.
Where's Woodway?
Sounds good there. What was your question, Mike?
Where is Woodway? Is that in Texas?
Right next to Waco.
Okay, thank you.
All right. We'll catch you next time. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. One more time. Anybody, anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
KC5WLF.
Yeah, go ahead, Jimmy.
Okay, well, good evening, everybody. Everybody's sounding good on the net here.
WJ.
Okay, the other Jim doubled with you there, Jimmy. What did you say?
Me?
No, Jimmy. WLF. What'd you say?
Okay, I got you. All right, this is Jimmy, KC5WLF. Sorry about that, Jim. I don't know where the confusion was. Might be on my end. I don't know. But this is Jimmy, KC5WLF over here in Cedar Park. And I'm running a TS530 SP using an MC50 into the SB200 amplifier into an off-center fed dipole. And I don't have to have a tuner. I've got it in line, but it's bypassed. But good to hear everybody tonight. And everybody's sounding good. KC5WLF back to the net.
Okay, Jimmy. Okay, what's sounding good there? Catch you later. Okay, WJA, you in for the count?
Roger.
All right, got you. All right, anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
November 5 Tango Zulu.
November 5 Tango Zulu. Go ahead.
Yeah, Hamlin's Dennis. We're located in Pearland, Texas. We're running a Drake TR4C tonight. I got it going just by itself, so about 200 watts or so. But and a Shure 450 microphone, although it's pretty new with the Drake's vintage.
Roger. Where did you say you're located?
What'd you say?
I said, where did you say you were located?
I'm in Pearland, Texas, just
right at the border between Houston and Pearland.
Okay, roger, roger. Well, your station sounds good there. All right. Appreciate you checking in. All right. Who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Alpha Foxtrot 5, Bravo India.
Go ahead, James.
Hello, Rusty and everybody on the net. I'm just checking in for the count.
Roger. Appreciate you checking in from the count from Uvalde. Get you later, James. All right. Who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. All right. I think my throat needs a break. K5LYN, WK5R. Back to you, Lynn.
Okay, Rusty. Well, I feel for you. Take care of that voice. You taking some medication for it of some kind?
Yeah, I've got some cough syrup and some lozenges.
Okay. Well, I think you did a heroic effort under difficult circumstances. Yeah. This is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin returning. Let me just say one more thing about homebrew here, about what is possible. I mentioned this amplifier here is 46DQ5's homebrew that I built. And I've got just a little bit over 1,000 volts on the plates of each one of those tubes. And these 46DQ5s are putting out about 75 watts less than the 46811As in my Collins 30L1. So I'm abusing the hell out of them, but they're still working. So keep in mind, creativity still has a place in the hobby. All right, who else for the boat anchors this evening? K5LYN, calling and listening.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward, David X-Ray.
Hey, there's the main technician of vacuum tube radios. Talk to us.
Okay, well, I'll have to talk on this poor man's calling. Y'all know what that is, an SB 102. Barefoot, of course, D104, of course, into the old inverted V, up about 35 feet at the apex. And nice hot weather here today. We're having our third summer, they say. But I'll be glad when we get to fall for good, which may be next week. And we sure need some rain. What are they saying, 28, 29 days so far without measurable rain in DFW? It's the same way over here in Bluffdale. So, don't know anything for sure. Good to hear everybody on the net. Everybody's got good signals. I was fixing to complain to Rusty about, I thought he had RF on his signal, RF getting in the rig. And then you explained it, he's sick. So that explained a lot. That explained a lot about his audio. But he has good audio if I can tell he's sick. Back to you, Lynn. Again, we enjoyed Belton, even though it was a long time ago. And it's going to be a long drought to the next Belton. K5LYN, WA5EDX.
Wonderful signal. And I share your concern about Rusty. You know, it sounded so rough, I thought he had RF on his vocal cords. And I'm glad he's got some treatment in the works there. Nice work on your part. Beautiful audio. All right, who else wants to talk vintage radio? K5LYN, listening.
Hey, it's K5DHE. I just want to tell Brian that 102 sounds real good. Don't you let that thing get away.
Yeah, I agree, Jim. Any other comments on your end?
No, your signal's extremely strong. You're 20, 40 over 9, and it sounds, that radio sounds really, 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 really nice. I hope it's as pretty as it does sound good. How does my Swan sound tonight?
Oh, I think you've solved the microphone issue that we gave you such a hard time about. It's sounding great.
Okay, I appreciate it. If I don't talk to you, I'll talk to you when I get back from, where am I going? Greece and Italy. So I'll talk to you when we get back. Tell Judy hi for us. Tell Linda says hi to Judy. Bye-bye.
Hey, you have family over there, or this is just a vacation trip?
I'm on Trump has assigned me a task over here, and I got to go and take care of it. He wants to know whether if Russia decides to attack Turkey, whether Greece will help.
Okay. All right. When are you going to be back? When should we listen for you?
I think we'll be back around the 15th.
Okay. All right, well, thank you for my comments about the radio here. Central Electronics from 1954. Still fun to play with. All right, who else wants to talk to us tonight? K5LY and Lynn in Austin. Listening? Well, we might have covered this territory. Why don't we go around the table one more and let each net control pick up whoever else might be lingering out there. Jay, you want to talk a bit?
Well, I guess I can hit her again. So far, we've had 29 check-ins. Who wants to be number 30?
Kilo Charlie 5, Oscar Lima Delta.
Oscar Lima Delta. That's, man, that call sign fits me. Go ahead, sir.
Somebody says something about that call sign every day. I just had to holler at y'all. I'm still using a more modern radio because all my stuff isn't under the same roof. And we just got a wire here on the fence running about 80 watts through it today, and I could do better, I guess, but it is what it is.
Well, it's getting out. I mean, you're copyable and no problems. I didn't hear any RF on it or anything. It sounds fine to me.
Sounds kind of weird tonight. You can hear it doing
You're off frequency.
Well, yeah. See, I can't guarantee that I'm on frequency from one key to the next. As a matter of fact, I know I'm not. Let me see. Okay, now I'm pretty close. Anyway. But it's making it. That's the main thing. All right, thank you, sir, for checking in. Anyone else on the second go-around here for the Boat Anchors Unlimited to come now?
Where's Byron? Isn't he always last?
Byron? He was just in here.
Oh, I missed him.
Yeah, but here's Byron.
Yeah, he was just, who was it? Oh, somebody got him. Oh, yeah. Dang it, Lynn did. That's right.
Yeah, I got him.
I wrote her down and I was looking right at it. Maybe, is it time to go to, no, not yet. It's only 8 o'clock. Anyone else for the net?
KB0UO.
Hello, Perry. K05U. Yeah. Go ahead.
KB0UOZ. Yeah. Jay, thanks for getting me in. Good evening all the way around to the Boat Anchor guys. I just getting home here, so I didn't have a chance to warm up an amplifier or a radio. But I do have a little SP201 in line here with my Yaesu FT1000 MP. So kind of story here. Sorry I'm not on a boat anchor. I wish I'd go home in time. But anyway, I'm lining up here and throwing in the flag or the towel and getting ready to retire. So by the end of the year, maybe I'll have a little more time. Darn it, I have a little more time to get on the radio. So anyway, thanks for getting me in. I enjoy listening to who I've listened to the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes here. So anyway, catch you guys down the page. KB0UOZ.
What's your QTH, sir?
I'm in Greenfield, Greengrass in the field, Greenfield, Missouri. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Thank you.
Okay, Perry. Good deal. Well, you're making it. Not even amplified. Look at there. Boy, Perry always finds a way to get in here. Oh, my goodness. Glad to hear you, Perry. Hope you're doing well. All right, anyone else?
Hi, Jay. Recheck.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I am. I'm on the 1000 MP, but I am driving a little E-Kit SP201 amp. So we're running 650 watts or thereabouts there.
Oh, okay. I guess I misunderstood. I thought you said you weren't amplified this evening, but good deal. It's all working.
Roger. Like I say, maybe one of these days in the near future, maybe I'll have time to get in here every week.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think it's the van because you just came back up a little bit, so it's probably moving around a little. All right, thanks, Perry. Good to hear you. Look for you next week. All righty, folks. Anyone else? This is KM5QS with the Boat Anchors Unlimited. We're on the second go-round, so don't hesitate. Jump on in. Or not. Doug, pick it up.
All right. Give me 5 seconds to check my frequency. That's close enough. Okay, WB1E with the Boat Anchors Net taking check-ins, landing last-minute check-ins for the Boat Anchors Net. Come now. Buy, sell, giveaway. Go Lions. Okay, that's it. Hey, guys, it was a great night. Thanks for letting me have my way with my Swan 500. And, boy, we had a good group of swans tonight. Anyway, 738 by WB1E. And I'll send it over there to, I guess, Rusty usually puts a ribbon on it. Go ahead, Rusty, W5KR, WB1E.
I think Rusty needs some whiskey.
Well, you know, if he's willing, I mean, I wouldn't, but if he's willing.
Papa Top again. Thank you, Doug. This is WK5R, and this will be the last call for the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Anybody else out there wants to check in before we shut the door? Come now. I hear nobody. So we thank everybody for checking in, and we'll look for you again next week. This is WK5R, now closing the Boat Anchors Unlimited net at 8:21 and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse, WK5R.
Yeah, get some rest, Rusty. Thanks.
Great show, folks. K5LYN.
Yeah, well done, everybody.